ass that like a call a nigga much, middle finger to my ex, put your hand, beat up. Cool. Smoking that alibi, rain. You know I be high, fucking angels. In that cute, hit it from angles. In the face, that's your wife. That's my bad. Hope you don't cry. This is my life. What I like. Hustle with all of my niggas, get tired sometimes. Party hard, nigga, late night. In the gutter, trade light. Bitch, riding like a money, speed, pussy, grinding on my pocket. Look at these niggas, trying to catch up. All of the lottery, no, trying to let. I'm holding the crown like tuck. Giving this money like arm, know it's a must, bitch. Rolling up.
What's going on, YouTube? What's going on? Welcome back to another VitoVerse. It is Friday, the last Friday of... Ooh, man, my mic is kind of weird. The last Friday of the year. So, or not year, dang, I'm tripping.
The month.
Month. So it's the last Friday of the month. So, we are going and entering into our scary, spooky season.
Oh boy.
Of Halloween. So, how you doing, Noda? What's going on over there with you?
Good. Good. Having some stuff going on. Having a little dilemma at the moment. Kind of was like, oh, I'm gonna get on my computer and do some stuff. Hey, let me get my PS5. PS5's dead. Wait, what? Yeah, so I'm PS5-less for the moment right now until I get it repaired. So man. Yeah, it's the power supply, so I gotta get it replaced.
Yeah.
So that's
so technically it's really time for you to go ahead and get that Pro, huh?
Look, if I actually can pre-order it, if I can, they're like it's hard to pre-order that sucker.
Right.
So, but right now, like I saw the parts for it is like on Amazon, like for like $95 or $85, so it's not that bad. I just gotta make sure I get the right part. So, and I seen videos how to do it, so I'm like, all right, screw it, I may go that route.
Yeah.
But other than that, I still got the Switch, so I'm still good. I still got games to play.
For sure.
But other than that, again, Bean is actually been. Whoa, what the? I'm all to myself now. Hi. Vito, what you do? So.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I was like, what just happened? Oh man, I literally was just about to say, yeah, Beans. I'm like, wait, what just happened? Yeah, Beans actually asleep right now, so he will be making an appearance later on in the show. So when I hear him,
all right.
But
good. Yeah, that's what's up. So of course, we start off the episodes with our icebreaker. What are you currently watching? So I'm gonna start with you, Noda. What are you currently watching?
I just actually finished, literally just no more than like 30 minutes to an hour ago. I just finished the last episode of the Reincarnated as Slime Season 3. We finally got the final episode with also the announcement of Season 4, which I kind of already knew already, but was kind of surprised that we're getting the second movie. And my fiance's been saying like, I'm not watching anime unless another movie comes. Like, well, here you go. Here's a picture. There you go. Another movie coming. Here you go. Other than that, what have I watched? I think I woke up and watched The Lion King 2 with my son. Well, they were watching it when I woke up on the couch. There was that, and what else I was looking at? I think it was a couple other stuff. I think it was like a mixture between like cartoons and anime, so it was kind of like going back and forth with him. So, it's just been all over the place. But I know the last thing I remember was The Lion King 2. And I actually saw Lion Guard for some reason. I was kind of super confused, literally, with the show, the TV series.
I have no idea what that is.
Lion Guard Lion Guard is actually, I guess it's a TV series to like The Lion King basically, but it's like, to be honest, like you still have Simba and Nala, they still have their daughter, but they also have a son too, which makes it very confusing. And I'm just like, how? Like, because I've seen the second movie and he has a daughter, so I don't know anything else of that. So it just makes it so confusing. So I never got a chance to check out the first episode, so I kind of walked into.
Well, the son is like younger, right?
Yeah, the son is the same age as the daughter.
Oh, okay, that explains this then. Let me be technical with you.
Go ahead.
Nala is Simba's sister.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They are the same age.
Mm-hmm.
So that little son that you're talking about ain't Nala's.
There you go. See.
It's the other ladies, because you know what I'm saying. That's how lions get down. They did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. So maybe it's one of those situations, and they don't go into it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying. Like try to like explain that, but if you know like the animal kingdom, you know like how that's like.
Exactly.
Oh, that's the other one. That's the late. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I was just only curious about it because I walked into them watching. I was like, what the heck? And it was like, I guess like his son and a couple of people they named themselves the Lion Guard, where basically defend Pride Rock and stuff like that. I was like, what the heck? I'm like, okay. and the episode literally was like they were supposed to go to some type of concert, and Simba was trapped in a hole with, I forgot what the heck this animal was. I was like, okay, what's going on here? I'm so confused. And it just got so weird to the point where they started doing the Kuna Matata, and I was like, I'm okay, I'm fine with this. Like, yeah, we're brothers. I'm like, wait, what? Like, okay, I'm done. I'm like, even my fiance was like, I'm done with this. I'm so confused. What's going? I'm like, I don't know. I've never seen this. It's never been on top of my radar. But we just showed this to my son, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. But yeah. Other than that, it's just been all over the place. I don't know, actually, the funny thing I ended up finding, which is very surprising, I ended up finding the cartoon Beetlejuice. And I ended up seeing a little bit of episode 1. I was like, wow. I found me something to watch for the day.
Yeah.
So I was happy. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had. Just none of the cartoons all over the place with my son.
Gotcha. Cartooned up. Just cartooned up. That's what's up. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Definitely good time with the family, good time with the son, you know what I'm saying? Now these days, depending where you're at, you know what I'm saying, you don't have a lot of people doing family time like that. Fathers ain't really, you know what I'm saying, watching cartoons with their kids anymore like that. So, and I'm not saying it's everywhere, and I'm not saying that is a common thing. I'm just saying, you know, there are some people that, you know what I'm saying, don't sit down with the kids and watch some cartoons.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying, and share the memories you had back as a kid with their kid. You know what I mean? So that's good that you starting off early and, you know, doing your thing or whatever. So I just finished up watching this series on Amazon Prime called Them. The first season, it was about this family that this black family that moved into Compton back in, let me see, what 60s, I believe. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So, you know, back then, that was like the pinnacle of like, I guess, white neighborhoods. You know, no black person was in there like that. And if there were some black people in there, they pretty much got problems from their neighbors. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this is about. But the twist to this story is, you know what I'm saying, like the neighborhood that their house is built on, and exactly where their house is built on is actually built on a dark secret. You know what I'm saying? Something dark went down, you know what I'm saying, like years prior, you know what I'm saying, that unfortunately has something to do with, like, you know, racism and some craziness happened, but it's a dark situation. So there's some paranormal activity actually happening to the black family that moves into that white neighborhood. So not only do they have that going on, but then they have the neighbors tripping out on them. And you know, it's a very, very interesting, you know what I'm saying, watch, you know what I'm saying. So then I watched the second season. It takes place in 91, you know, around the time Rodney King got beat, because the trial was, you know, 92. So, you know, around the time that Rodney King got beat, and the lady that is playing the main character, she was the main character on the first season. She's playing the main character on the second season. And what's crazy is at the end, they got this crazy twist where they tied in the first season and the second season. Like, it was cool. I liked how they did it. But
those always the good ones.
Yeah. But she's playing the main character on the second season. She plays a cop. Now, of course, around that time, especially in the 90s, if you're black and you're a cop, well, actually, she's a detective. But, you know, if you're anything of the police force and you're black, oh, you a pig, you F the police and da-da-da, you know what I'm saying? You got NWA with their little, you know what I'm saying, situation, and their song just going viral, you know what I'm saying? So, and then, of course, she was in LA. So all these stories take place in Los Angeles County, of course. But she definitely, of course, had her troubles, not only being a woman, but a black woman in the force. And she's tracking a serial killer. And the crazy thing is, she's really not. She's actually tracking a entity, and she didn't even know it, but they thought it was a serial killer. So they had the speculation it could have been somebody on the force, and it goes through this whole little plot twist, and you know what I'm saying, it I think the first 4 to 5 episodes, because it's eight episodes long for the second season. The first season was like 10, but second season was like 8. And I think when you get to episode 5, then things start kind of like shifting. Then you start kind of seeing the narrative being played out, like, oh snap. But then there's just when you thought you had it figured out, then there's a twist. So it's a real good watch. I think it's very underrated. I haven't heard too much about it, and I haven't heard anybody in the horror community speak about this series either. But sometimes black horror is cringe.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it kind of like depends on like how far it goes, like compared to like like Saw and different things like that, the stuff that we don't know, we all know about. Right. But so it's kind of like it's one of those like hit and miss situations in a way.
Yeah. Because at one point, when we tried to make our own horror stuff, it really didn't turn out that well. Like,
yeah.
I even think of, matter of fact, what's crazy is Pam Grier is in this as the mother. But I was thinking, I was like, the film I grew up, or that I knew of growing up, that was like a black horror film that they was trying back in like the early 2000s was Bones. Remember the Bones?
Yeah,
or whatever?
Yeah. Yes.
And that had Pam Grier in it. So I was like, it's kind of funny how they kind of put her in here, kind of just redeem herself from jumping into that thing with Snoop, with that Bones or whatever. But definitely though, they did a good job on this. Again, it's hit or miss. Another series that does very well with black horror is Lovecraft Country. Now that was a must watch. Like, especially if you love like Lovecraft, like the author, and you know about his stuff or whatever like that. And if you love Jonathan Majors as an actor, it's a great watch. You know what I'm saying? It felt like it should have been on like Netflix, but it's a what was it, HBO show.
Oh. Okay.
But I only had one season, which really is unfortunate, because like I said, it was a great series for me. You know what I'm saying? I definitely enjoyed it. Actually, to read the book and then see it in movie form, they changed some stuff up. You know what I'm saying? They definitely changed some stuff, but the changes, it worked. You know what I'm saying? So
that's good.
Definitely, like, if anybody's get a chance, if they want to watch something new, that's a series, well, not new, but you know what I'm saying, it's like something that they have not seen before, Lovecraft Country and Them on Amazon Prime are some good watches for as we start to get into this Halloween season. Yeah, and if you are new to this channel, we go all out somewhat. You know what I'm saying, as far as our themes here on this channel. So probably next VitoVerse live, we'll probably have some type of Halloween game, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of get in the spirits of things and stuff like that. And next week I'll be doing my own Halloween stuff and all this other stuff. So so definitely is the season for me to get into all that type of stuff. So it's only right that I was watching that stuff. Anyway, let's get into our news. Now, of course, we know a lot of films are being made right now. There's been a lot of trailers and stuff like that. Netflix, they released their Geek Week last week, and I covered that myself, just by myself, which I normally don't do, but when there's special events like that, I gotta go ahead and do that, and I knew I couldn't. I didn't want to bother my co-hosts and stuff like that, so I was like, let me go ahead and just watch this, you know what I'm saying, and cover this. But if you guys didn't see it at one point too, if you saw it, saw the video and you clicked on it and said it's blocked or whatever like that, it got blocked because they were showing. I believe there were 2 videos that were actual parts of episodes, and so they struck it. They struck that video, but I took those out, so the video's back up. So if you haven't seen it, go ahead and click on that. You know what I'm saying, and see what they got over at Netflix. But right after that, of course, every streaming channel start, releasing a lot of their trailers and stuff like that. So of course we're gonna get into some of those today. But before we go anywhere else, I definitely want to have a moment of silence for a terrific actress.
Yes.
She definitely contribute to a lot of our childhoods if you watch Harry Potter and stuff like that. But was it Maggie Smith?
Yep.
She has passed at the age of 89. So let's just give her a little moment of silence real quick.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you guys for that. Actually, I should do that for our legendary James Earl Jones as well. So I'm gonna do that one more time for him as well, because I don't think we were able to do that the last time, or I don't think I even mentioned it, because I think I was.
We did it. Yeah, we did like right at the end of it. We mentioned it, but just didn't really do a moment of silence.
So let's give him a moment of silence too, because he's definitely one of those figures as well.
Yes, definitely.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you for that patience.
Thank you.
All right, so Noto,
Yep.
I'm gonna give it over to you for some news, and we can talk about it.
Yep. So that was gonna be the first one, but we already took care of that problem. So the Maggie Smith was the first one on the list. I was surprised, but anyways, we'll go on to the next topic. So, Kojima, our good friend who does nothing but the Metal Gear Solids and stuff. So apparently, we got something on him today for once. This is a little interesting. Has signed with Hollywood talent agents WME as he begins to explore more films and TV opportunities. So the man is actually moving to the movie and TV scenes instead of like games.
All right. I mean, I think a lot of game like directors and writers and people and all this other stuff and actors and things of that nature, they're starting to go into the TV and mainly TV now.
Yeah.
Mainly TV. I think you can do a video game situation better on TV than you can a movie.
Yes.
Of course, we've said that many times here. You know what I'm saying? We don't feel that well as far as video games or people, from gaming.
I mean, if he's doing this, I would love to see a Metal Gear Solid TV series.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's actually in the works, if I'm not mistaken. I saw some kind of article saying that with that move, they're thinking there could be either that or a live action movie. Somebody said one of those. I just can't remember who said that.
I know. Well, again, it depends. Like if he has his hands on it, then I'm fine with either or. So it doesn't matter to me because it's his. That's his baby. Metal Gear is like his baby completely. So it's like he knows it. He knows the ins and outs. So I don't see anything wrong with a movie or TV series. But I think I would prefer a TV series to kind of because you have so many of them. You have the first three. Then you also have the original. Well, I don't know if he did. He did the original Metal Gear as well. So it's kind of like So there's so much. So I think a TV series would be better than the movie. But again, I'm fine with either or with that.
Yeah.
So, next topic. So apparently, Agatha all along was reported Marvel Studios' least expensive live-action Disney Plus series to date.
So they didn't spend that much money on it?
Mm-hmm.
I can tell.
Yeah. You can tell, but I can't because I haven't seen it yet, and I haven't got a chance around to watch it yet because I have a son. So I've literally been trying to at least dive in to at least see the first episode, at least how it is, just to get an idea. But I mean, still, it's one of those things. What was the other one? I had another one on the list. I'm even surprised by this one. I haven't never seen.
Is there any reviews or anything about Agatha right now? No, did you see?
I saw the second thing I saw was basically how much they made. That's about it. That was the second thing I saw. But other than that, I didn't see anything about the reviews. I might be somewhere further down. That's why I said we're 3 episodes in. And they said they made the least amount. I'm like, okay, so I guess I had to go a little bit further down to find out.
Okay.
What we have here? So, alright, since we're in the Halloween theme and everything else, but this is actually a funny thing. Chucky has been canceled after 3 seasons.
Ah. Okay. Did they say why or
Nope.
low ratings or anything?
Nope, but I definitely want to know why. I'm curious. I'm actually curious.
It might be low ratings. I have not seen recently a interest in Chucky.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like influx. Sometimes you see like an interest in a character.
Yeah.
Like you see the character everywhere. But yeah, like Chucky, in having that series, it just kind of was like, I don't think that was the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like every character has their season.
Yes.
I feel like Chucky's season, it already passed.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it died because they always come back, but
in some form or way.
There was a point of time where the mumble rappers, there were some mumble rappers that were like, you know, like on some like, I like Satan type stuff and all this crazy stuff, and they'll have like Chucky dolls and things. I think that would have been the time for it, but since that era is kind of they off the drugs and everybody's, you know, on some different timing, Chucky kind of fell off. Not fell off, but you know, felt that drop as well. You know what I'm saying? So I can see maybe ratings being its issue. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you can only make Chucky so many times. Because they did make that one. They made a Chucky with Mark Hamill as the voice.
Mm-hmm. And then you had him with a bride, and then you had him with a child, and it was just like so many different things. And they did a remake, and they did the reboot or remake to it.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with Mark Hamill as the voice.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So,
but I think they made a TV series too on that too, if I'm not mistaken.
Which was that's the one they're talking about, right? That's the one.
They didn't say which one. It just says Chucky. Well, it says 3 seasons. So I'm guessing it's a TV series.
So that's the one that they're probably talking about then.
Yeah.
So yeah. So.
I mean,
yeah, Chucky's one of those like horror characters have their seasons and points of times. You know what I'm saying?
And right now it's like the only ones that have just been still staying relevant is like, you know, like Mike Myers and Jason.
Nah, that's what's crazy. Like the last Halloween, people didn't really watch that motherfucker. They was like, no, it's too many of them. And instead of like people lost interest as far as like watching.
I think it's because it's like the fact that like we have so many different versions of them, and it's like so many different timelines. It's like, what's going on?
There's a remake, and then there's like there's the original, and you don't know what's a part of the original series until somebody says something. But even with that, it's the fact that you can only keep showing us the same dude over and over and stuff like that. That's one thing I like about Dragon Ball. When they go away for a while, they go away for a while. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a long time before they come back. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not oversaturating us with a year by year, and like I want to see another mad serial killer and stuff. So Jigsaw became, you know what I'm saying, the face of Halloween for a minute. So then, you know, like the not necessarily a specific phase, but you have your phases like the Paranormal Activity, first person type of, you know, camera stuff, Blair Witch type of, you know what I'm saying, stuff. That was a thing. So you know what I'm saying, you have your like different eras of it, and even when it comes to like vampires and zombies and like they wore out, like we're tired of zombies now. Like stop freaking making zombie movies and games and stop, like it's retarded, like stop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and especially doing remakes of the ones that we already knew about. It's like, why are you just giving us
spin-offs or something?
Why are you giving us a polished version of it It's like it's the same thing. It's like, oh, it looks just more prettier. I'm like, okay, but it's still a horror movie. Why are we getting a prettier version of a horror movie? That makes no sense.
So it's like every Halloween character in a sense has their time. And Chucky, Jason. I don't even say Jason because we haven't seen as much Jason as we have back in the 90s and 80s as now, or in
especially
the 2000s.
Including Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, well, I mean, he had his he had his little 90s stuff, but he had his like little remake, but yeah, that didn't live that long either. But what I'm saying is like they don't rotate those characters anymore because it's kind of like, okay, they had their era, it's almost like say a rapper, right? They have their run. They're like cooking. They cannot miss. And then something unfortunate happens or a chill out happens and you don't hear from them a while, then they come back and then it's kind of like, hey man, we want something kind of new, man. You've been kind of running the airways too long and we want a little something new. That's what horror is in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? We want something new. Like even with like you know those like police shows like Law and Order and Magnum DI I wouldn't be surprised if they're maybe dropping a little in views and stuff like that because they have so many of them. You know what I'm saying? Like the other day I saw this one, I don't even know if this like they combined their universes because they had like this Chicago PD, they had the Chicago Fire, they had the Chicago something else. You know what I'm saying?
So many different like I want to say spin-offs, but there's another word I want to say, but I feel like something else. And
they run like daytime or nighttime TV, and then of course it's kind of like I'm kind of getting a little tired of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Give us something new. That's why people, I feel like, literally go to Netflix, go to Hulu, Amazon, and be like, I want to watch what I want to watch. I don't want to be forced to be watching such and such at this. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
This makes sense.
Everything has its time and place, and I think a lot of this stuff is time. It's definitely time. You got anything else?
Let's see. I did have a couple more on the list. Let's see. I might actually butcher some names, so please bear with me. I might see. So Aaron Pierce and Stephen James. I think I said that wrong. Maybe might be Stephen James, but Stephen. Yeah, I think it's Stephen James. Are in the mix. Are in the mix to play Jon Stewart in the Lantern series.
Okay, so the guy from Black Adam that played the Hawk dude, Hawkman or whatever like that, and then the guy that played in that recent Rebel.
Oh yeah, I think
what is that?
Yeah,
What's that?
I don't remember the name.
Rebel Ridge.
Yeah, because I saw a clip on that when I was actually gone to the Fire Stick, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" He also played
Malcolm X in the Malcolm and Martin Luther King.
Oh, okay.
Little thing too.
Yeah.
He's a good actor. He's a good actor. So I mean, that's interesting. That's definitely interesting. I would definitely not go with the Hawkeye or the Hawkman dude because he already played Hawkman. He already kind of ruined him with that.
Yep.
So I would leave him out of that.
Yep. Pretty much. Let's see what we got. Why? What is the one thing we always have said everything about? Why are you coming out with? It's like, why we always come out with sequels to something? It's like, it's been out. Why do you decide to make a sequel to this out of nowhere? So, with that being saying, this is the next part of the news. Maxwell Jacob Freeman has been cast in Happy Gilmore 2. And also, Adam Sandler is still in. Adam Sandler's in the movie too.
Yeah.
So my brain is going, why are we doing a sequel to this again? Like, why are we doing a sequel?
Yeah. It's been years.
Yeah. I mean, the only movie that I gave a pass to a sequel was the new Beetlejuice movie, which I heard actually did good, surprisingly.
Hey, let me take that back on the dude that I said was Hawkman. He wasn't Hawkman. I'm sorry. He was in some other stuff. So yeah, I just had to say that. But go ahead.
Yeah, but anyways, but yeah, I was saying like everything we've been talking about, like anything that movies have sequels, doing a sequel to is like, why are you doing a sequel to something that's like when it's been years? Like, why was it now? Yeah, you're putting Adam Sandler back in the movie, but again, like, what is this going to be about now? Like, we kind of already knew what the first one's about, but why we're doing the second one after so many years?
Yeah.
And again, like I said, the only movie I gave a pass is the new Beetlejuice movie that I heard actually did really good in sales and everything. It did real good. So let's see. I think I have one more just for funds. I'm just double checking something real quick to make sure. Besides the giant list of movies we're supposed to be getting, but anyways. So apparently there is another clip, which I know we're not going to be showing this or anything else, but apparently there is a clip of more on piece by piece, and it basically explains. There's a clip that basically shows Snoop Dogg explains the reason to how he came up with the creation of Drop It Like It's Hot with For Real. So there's a clip of that. Which is actually kind of hilarious. I was listening to it before we actually started. I was like, "What is really?" So yeah. So I'm still actually excited about this movie. So which is not too far. We're almost there.
Yeah. All right. So one thing that we're gonna watch today is a trailer to the second season of The Last of Us. So I don't know the actress that's playing the Abby character.
I have to see
Kathleen something, but she kind of looks like the Abby character. I don't like something about her face. They kind of casted that right, because I was like, she kind of looked like her a little bit. But we got that second season coming, so we'll look at that video or that trailer here in a minute. Shout out to Batman on Look, I think we totally missed this last week, or I missed this last week, but Batman Day was last Saturday, I believe, right?
Oh,
so shout out to Batman. He has got his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Nice.
So that's crazy. I like when they do stuff like that. If I'm not mistaken, Superman, the character, has a star too as well. But finally, Batman, which should have been up there. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Him, Godzilla, Goku, all of them. Like, all these iconic characters, they should have their own star on that Walk of Fame already. But anyway, yeah, so shout out to Batman. Shout out to all the people that played Batman. You know what I'm saying? You have contributed to something, more than life. No, I was playing. So, I don't know if you've seen this part or seen this reported, but this is crazy to me.
What's up?
And it's not crazy at the same time. It's crazy, but it's not crazy because it's Sony. But A24, that production company that actually kind of comes out with all the creepy and scary movies right now. They're talking about having the Death Stranding live action film. So they're getting offers for that film. So honestly, now here's the thing. The reason why you have to know what Death Stranding is. Do you know what Death Stranding is?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it the one where I'm trying to think. Is that the one that basically with the dude with the suit that actually had that baby or whatever?
Yeah,
I'm trying,
got the
yeah,
little,
okay.
got the
I
little,
want to make sure. I want to make sure I'm on the right page.
Delivery. Yeah,
Yeah.
got the baby delivery.
Yeah,
but
so yeah,
if you played the game, right, it's a delivery game, right, and you're just walking around.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, you get some cool stuff here and there, but it's literally a survival delivery game where you're delivering stuff from one place to another, right? Honestly, to make a live action anything of this,
it's
I feel is not needed because you're literally making a movie about FedEx.
Pretty much. FedEx, UPS, any none against all the delivery services whatsoever. But I'm just saying, for make this is like, come on now, really?
I mean, you know, it got this sci-fi little situation. You know what I'm saying? It got this weirdness to it and all the other stuff. So, granted, yes, it does have capability of being something cool, but at the same time, the game itself, some people don't like it. So I know Sandstorm don't like it. I'm okay with it because I actually played it.
I have never played it.
I don't think Sandstorm actually played it. So I don't know if he was going off of reviews or whatever, or just the idea. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times it's like, look, if it don't interest him, he ain't finna play it. I'm curious just by nature. You know what I'm saying? If I don't hear too much about it,
that's you. That's just
and
you.
It's like, and it's weird and something that nobody's done before or something like that. Because I'm like, yeah, what's this? With this man with this baby, and then like you walking, and next thing you know, something invisible touch you. Next thing you know, you getting toe up and stuff like that. Like, and then the rain is acid and like it's all types of elements. I'm like, I gotta play this game, right? You know what I'm saying? Just because it's weird, but for it to be a TV show, you know what I'm saying? I feel like not everything should be a TV show, live action. You know what I'm saying? Or anything live action, a movie, a TV show, whatever.
Oh,
you know
good
what I mean?
Lord.
But yeah, that.
Yeah, I was very confused. Even with the trailer, I was so confused that I didn't know what this is and what is going on. That's how I felt. I was like, I know nothing about this game, and as much as that, like, we kept getting more and more information about it, it's like I was still completely clueless, like, what is going on. Mm-hmm. Like, mm-hmm. It definitely did not catch my radar. I was like, nope, I am not touching this because I have no idea what this is. I have no idea, and I know it's Kojima stuff. I mean, that's his. Yeah. It was his project. But I mean, I'll give him credit for it. But I mean, it just never caught my attention. It just definitely like nothing. I wasn't feeling anything from it, so it was just so confusing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So in other news, real quick before we start getting into our trailers and stuff.
All right.
I think this is a grain of salt territory.
I'm scared. But
it's been reported, and I saw this report on somebody else's YouTube channel. But it's been reported that Sony is looking to remake the Spider-Verse and merge it with the MCU. No. This is where I'm confused at.
Yes.
It already is merged. What are you talking about? It's merged already. Like you put Michael Keegan's little vulture over there with the Sony with the Morpheus stuff. Like, mm-hmm. Like y'all been hinting to merge this, but what are you talking about? Like what are you talking about? Like that makes no sense. Like you do talking out your ass. That's basically what you're doing. You just shut up. You know what I'm saying? That's when you go over to Sony and be like, shut up.
Yeah,
shut up. You almost made me cuss. Shut up, Sony.
I'm like, come on now. I'm like, it's always been part of the MCU. It's always has. It's just
it hasn't. It hasn't. Well, like as far as like the other Spider, but as far as the newer Spider-Man, that's part of the MCU. And then you with the last Spider-Man movie, you know what I'm saying, you kind of did the little well, first of all, you you merged the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse with the Spider-Verse. You know what I'm saying? So the Sony Spider-Verse, which that's already a thing. That's what y'all kind of did right there. So, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, what the are you talking about? You're already doing that. So are you saying now this is the question. Are you saying are you going to give the rights back to Disney? But that's not what they're saying because it says Sony's playing. So it's like, what are you talking about? Like shut up. Like now y'all be making me like people like me mad. Like, why is this even a report?
Exactly.
Like, what are you talking about?
Now I see why you said it's a grain of salt. It's like to me personally, I don't feel like it's a grain. It's just like you just trying to really pee off a lot of people because you guys don't know what you're doing or what the situation is. That's kind of like how I'm looking at this, how this report is. Because think about it, we just had the last Venom, which I don't remember if it's out or not, but it was we got this last Venom coming out. And it's still part of Sony. You had already 2 different versions of Spider-Man on Sony. Then you have the newer one on part of the MCU. Then it's like it's so many different like plot holes that doesn't make any sense. It's like maybe I understand maybe the first two Spider-Mans and this one over here, which be part of the MCU and everything else. But it's more like, why all of a sudden now you're telling us that you want to go this route when again you're already doing it. So why are you basically saying something about it now? Like all of a sudden, like this has already been done. The deed is done.
We're talking about like duh type stuff. We're looking at you like duh is already like
because right now weren't we still working with the multiverse already? Or I mean, weren't we? I know that's what I'm saying. Weren't we? I said weren't we?
Yeah.
I didn't say we are. I said weren't we supposed to be working on the multiverse? With
Loki killed that. Well, no. Deadpool killed that.
Oh yeah,
Deadpool was the end of that. But still, I know what you're saying. So, but it's still kind of like, you're trying to save face for something, and that might be the fact that you will not give Spider-Man to Disney, which is crazy because it's like, dang, I mean, how much you gonna do with like, look, you've had Spider-Man for a long time. You know what I'm saying? You won't give him up. Marvel, I know y'all shooting yourself in the foot. I'm talking about Marvel as a company, not Marvel Studios, but just Marvel in general as a company. I know you're shooting yourself in the foot as far as giving those live action rights or whatever that agreement is to Sony back then, because whatever that contract is, y'all had to re-sign it recently, and that's why they tripping. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no way. Well, however, like look, whatever Marvel's doing right now to acquire their stuff back, their characters and all this other stuff back, they're doing it in a way where it's like, how can I put this? They're doing it in a way that's like kind of tasteful in a sense, and not just bullying. Like, yeah, give me that shit back. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that, well, in a sense, the fact that they bought Fox, right? That was more like a, hey, can we get this property back now with this, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? So Marvel Studios is like, oh, boom, boom, boom. So now we're having a boom of, like, all the characters that Fox acquired over the years. Now we have a boom in that coming over to the MCU.
Yeah.
Over to Marvel Studios, shall I say. I'm sorry. So that was a little more polite. So now you have this Japanese-based company that's holding on to dear life to Spider-Man stuff and anything Spider-Man. Like, here's the thing. What I'm trying to figure out is this. The Kingpin is a Spider-Man villain, right?
Yes.
So we have the Kingpin over in the MCU now. But his rights, it's been up in the air. Like, y'all didn't own it because Netflix had him. You know what I'm saying? Now, Marvel Studios have it back or whatever like that. But it's kind of like, what is y'all problem? Just give my stuff back. Yeah. Like, just give it back to them. They not gonna mess it up. I mean,
it's like y'all picking and choosing, like, who gets who. Like, who gets what.
No, y'all
character.
just being stingy with this Spider-Man.
Again,
just give me it back. Yeah. It's like, just give me his ass back, man. Like, what are y'all doing with him? Y'all did a great job bringing him to live action with Sam Raimi.
Yep. You
know what I'm saying? Y'all did a good job with Andrew Garfield. And you're fucking up all the rest of them. Sorry for saying that. Yeah. So you're messing up all the rest of them. You messing up all those characters and stuff like that. So, just give us the stuff back, because you really just messed up one of the greatest villains of Spider-Man all time.
Yeah.
Like, you just totally made him a punk. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Venom, of course.
Yep.
So, and then of course you got Craven coming out. Like, you jacking up our stuff. You know what I mean? So anyway. So that would do as far as our news.
Holy Ooh, interesting.
Let me see. Let's get into our trailers for today. If I can pull this up. Oh, and shout out to Back on Fig.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching their stuff recently. I should have said this earlier. I've been watching their stuff recently, and they on right now. They got some interesting content, man. They're interesting podcasts. So I just had to say back on. Shout out to Back on Fig. They got some funny content, some funny people, some funny situations.
Oh,
they are very entertaining. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have a TV show to watch, definitely I suggest these guys. They're definitely like the hood Howard. What's dude's name? Howard Stern. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh,
Kind of like that. They came from No Jumper though. I mean, you know, as far as
Oh yeah,
podcasting.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, they are hilarious. They're on right now. That's what's crazy. I just had to shout them out because they got a situation that I'm interested. Like, as soon as I get off here, I'm about to watch that because I'm like, these dudes are stupid. They got something crazy going on. Oh, and it's against Aiden Ross. That's what
Really?
It's some beef going on with Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross can't come to LA.
Oh no.
That's what one of the dudes off of Back on Fig said. And so now Aiden's getting into it with him, you know, the rapper AD.
Yep.
From Compton. Yeah, he get into it with him. Like Aiden, you know, Aiden talk crazy. He's like the white version of academics.
Oh,
anyway,
God.
let's get into these trailers. So the first trailer, let me go ahead and pull this up. The first trailer is Sinners with your boy Michael Jordan. Michael B. Jordan.
Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, this is Michael Jordan. He's the only relevant Michael Jordan right now. All right, so let's get it.
Here we go.
I've been all over this world. I seen men die in ways I ain't even know was possible. Love you, brother. Be careful. I will.
Wait a minute.
With all the things that I've seen, I ain't ever seen no demons, no ghosts, no magic. Till now. Now get back inside.
Let me in, man. Some weird shit going on out here.
You keep dancing with the devil. One day he's gonna follow you home. Some people believe.
All right. So what you think about that?
Didn't we just have? I feel like we're gonna deal with the thing that we just said that, or what's what we just said earlier about certain movies that basically, like, we're just sick and tired of at the moment. Why do I feel like it's gonna be one of those situations that we're gonna be sick and tired of again? Like, because remember we were talking about zombies and everything else. Why I feel like it's gonna be some type of zombie situation again. I mean, we just find so many different versions of. We're getting more and more. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, Michael B. Jordan's good, and I'm not having against him or anything else. I feel like this movie looks. It does look interesting, but again, I feel like we're in this state again that we just said that certain things are being saturated, and they're just finding new ways of actually coming out with to make movies. Again, it looks good. Don't get me wrong; it does look good, but I feel like we're in that state already. So it's like, okay, give me something a little bit different than it. Like, the clue seems like it's gonna be something to do with zombies or something else than being possessive. I don't know. It could be one of the two. I could be wrong. I could be right. One of the two. So just take it with a grain of salt. So again, it looks interesting. Michael B. Jordan looks good in this movie whatsoever. But I'm just going like, again, we are going to this Halloween season. And we're in this point now, like, it's 2024, we need some new stuff, so I think it may do good, I may not think it'll do good. Again, that's just where I look at it.
Yeah. To me, it just looks like Michael, I don't know if he directed it or not, but
Right.
whoever's directing this, they're doing basically what I was
Saying earlier.
kind of praising as far as the TV series Them and the Lovecraft Country. They're trying to capitalize on black horror, and this looks like one of those situations. I think, though, when it comes down to saturation's concerned, even regardless of it being a zombie situation, one thing that I guess it's almost like for us black folks to have a horror anything, right? It has to be during a time where racism was at an all-time high, or slavery or something like that. And sometimes I feel like that's somewhat of a cheat code, but at the same time it's kind of like, it's like that was a scary point of time in real life, and
Yes.
you know what I'm saying, if you were to throw some supernatural stuff in there, but let's dive more into some other stuff with us, you know what I'm saying, as far as like horror stuff, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of creatures and monsters and situations have came from our African stories, you know what I'm saying, voodoo stories, other witchcraft stories, other monsters and things of that nature. Like, let's get into that type of stuff. But you know what I'm saying, like, from what this is and stuff like that, I think it could be a good step. I ain't gonna say it is. It could be a good step depending on what's the monster, what they seeing, or whatever the situation is that they seeing or whatever. But honestly, just seeing that one, like I think I like, normally, like what you would say, I would need more on like another trailer, because you had that one part where it looked like he was a twin or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's some kind of like magic thing, or they're twins. One's an evil twin, one's a good twin, or it's a hackle and jive type thing where he's really like he thinks he's good, but next thing he flips out and he's really bad. He's the one trying to get you and all that. Like, I don't know, but it would be interesting to see a little more on that.
I agree with that. Especially the part that caught my attention. It was like, because when the dude was knocking on the door, it's like, let me in. And if you didn't really see it, like showed real quick, like somebody was coming. And it was like super quick. You didn't tell what it was. And I was like, okay, what is this that's coming after him?
Yeah.
And I'm curious what it is, because it's like, something's coming. You see it with the very few seconds of it. But what is it? Or who is it?
Right.
So, I mean, a second trailer is actually needed.
Yeah. All right, so let's get to our next one. After this commercial, and I'll pull it up. I hate this. I can't even skip.
Rip.
I'm gonna have to get I'm gonna have to buy that thing, the prime to this. You know what I'm saying? All right, so now let's take a look at Cross. If I'm not mistaken, it's a black dude, so this might be Alex Cross. So let's see.
I'm not a monster. I don't kill for fun. You're gonna be part of a masterpiece. And when I'm done, the world will know the truth.
What do you do, Alex?
I'm a detective.
You mean you're a cop?
Metro PD. We joined the force together.
No, I got it.
You the doctor?
PhD, psychology.
Let's see how long you last.
But you can call me Detective Alex Cross.
They found him dead in his car. Apparent overdose.
I didn't make it sugar, playing by the rules.
Died shortly after suicide.
Found him, it was shaped.
They got killed to cover up what happened. I think he was murdered. Whoever killed him had to change him into someone else first.
I come apart, baby, but not
This girl's messing.
Multiple victims are connected to this.
And you know this how?
It's doing this thing. This is where it all started.
Have you always been this good?
You're not in my head.
Oh, I'm definitely living rent-free. You know.
I'm taking trouble, sugar, moving down the line.
You got kids?
I'm a boy and a girl.
You raised a good man. It's just been so much.
I lost my wife a little over a year ago.
I come apart, but that's okay, cause trouble, man.
Alex!
I want to be here for you.
You're not managing very well.
It gets weirder.
He's not gonna stop unless I make him stop.
He was in my house. He's never gonna give up.
You think you can stop him?
I know I can. Because I know him better than he knows himself.
Yeah. All right. So what you think about that?
Oh, this actually looks interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something about shows like this catch my interest. I mean, yes, there's like some type of like a lot of, I don't know, something with mystery. It always pulls me in because of the fact of like when a plot, how do I explain this? When a show or a plot basically goes in the direction where it's like you have to really think very hard to understand the situation and you have to watch it from start to finish, it's one of those things where like I get so intrigued because you are so glued in to like not miss what happens.
A detail, yeah.
Yes. And that's literally how I am when it comes to certain specific animes, because there is an anime I have that you have to literally watch it from beginning to end, and you have to really pay attention because it had to do with a lot of like going back and forth in time and different things like that. Like for this show, it's not that kind of situation, but it's like really pay attention to a lot of details will really help you understand what's going on, because you may think ahead and think like, oh, this is what's happening, this is what's going to happen, but in reality it's not. So you end up like be like, oh wow, I did not expect that. So I definitely am looking forward to this. Alex Cross looks really good, has a lot of twists and turns, suspense, everything. So it's like it's definitely had my attention really easily for this.
Yeah. Let's see.
I
Gotta make sure I got my facts right before I say this.
I didn't even see they had a release date.
I think it said sometime in November, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if that's right, but yeah. So I think honestly, I like Alex Cross. I've read one of the novels before, but I was introduced to Alex Cross via. Hold on.
I found a win. That's funny.
I'm trying to find. Trying to find out how I was introduced to Alex Cross, but he's definitely a Hold on.
Uh-oh.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe Morgan Freeman might have been the first Alex Cross I was introduced to. If I'm not mistaken.
No. Wait. No, I think it's Tyler Perry.
No. There was a film before, Along Came a Spider.
Oh, okay.
Morgan Freeman was in Along Came a Spider.
Okay.
As Alex Cross. So this was the first time I've seen him as Alex Cross.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I watched the 97 film, the Kiss the Girl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I watched that. But yeah, Tyler Perry did play Alex Cross in the 2012 series.
Yeah.
But Along Came a Spider. We had I read that book, but we also had to do a report on it. So I watched that. No, I read it and I watched it. And I believe I got interested in his character for a minute. So when they came out with the Alex Cross with Tyler Perry, that was like, oh, snap. They're trying to reboot it. Or they're trying to, give us a little origin story or whatever, this and that third, because his wife is already gone in these other films and stuff like that. So it's like, cool that we get a series explaining Alex Cross. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a great story. I think stories like this, that's books, they should be in TV series form before they're movies.
Yep.
A movie, they will leave out a lot of details.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of things that people, love the books for. And prime example will be Harry Potter. So of course, we know there's going to be a series of that coming soon. So, and they're going to try to put as much detail as possible to the books as possible. So, definitely, I look forward to. That. So on to the next trailer. So we have a John Wick spinoff.
Do you like your dogs? I know a school where they teach dances. I could take you there if you'd like.
To stop the assassin, you must become the assassin. You will always be weaker. You will always be smaller. You want to win? Improvise. Adapt. Cheat.
Welcome to the Continental.
Eve Macaro of the Roscaroma. What a pleasure to see you again.
You have no idea what you just walked into.
They killed my father. This isn't done until they're dead.
Fate is a very humbling thing.
You're him. The one they call the Baba Yaga. How do I start doing what you do?
Looks like you already have.
All right. What you think about that?
So me laughing earlier before this actually started, I actually saw clips of this trailer. Well, not all the way through. I just saw when we're actually trying to do news and stuff. Like, oh, this is interesting. So now that you fully see it and pretty much explain how I feel, this actually looks interesting. I mean, I was kind of surprised that we're getting a spin-off. Really surprising, but Keanu Reeves is still in it, so might as well keep it rolling. Or was one of the situations. But very spicy. There was one scene that caught my attention. I was like, that was spicy. Freaking dude. I think it was the scene with she freaking put the dude behind the door through the wherever. I didn't see the grenade go off and then just explode. I was like, what the hell just happened? Excuse my French, but like, what just happened? That just went by so quick. Yeah. I was like, spicy. So yeah, it looks interesting. So if we're in the world of John Wick and this is happening, and well, if we all know John Wick, how crazy it gets, you know it's gonna get even more crazier, especially with something new. So
yeah, I think they passing a torch to her too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Honestly, Sandstorm, I don't think it's a girl version of John Wick. I just think it's just somebody else's story. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember her in the films or getting jacked up in the films and nothing like that. Of course, we see, at the end, he meets up with her, but I don't think it's a woman version of John Wick. It could be though. It could be, but I doubt it. I doubt it, especially when the instructor was like, you're at a disadvantage, you're weaker, and this and the third, so you got to find different ways to, assassinate the assassin. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
honestly, this will be interesting. This will be interesting.
Definitely.
But on to our next trailer. The Last of Us Season 2.
Oh, you want to start or what? Let's try something different. You can't heal something unless you're brave enough to say it out loud. Say the thing you're afraid to say. Say it out loud, no matter what it is, no matter how bad. What did you do?
All right. So what you think about that trailer?
All right, time for me to sit up for this one. I gotta sit up for this one. So, where to even begin with this? Where to begin? So it's hard for me to not say bad things and not say good things. Just please take whatever I'm gonna say with a grain of salt. I am super behind, and I really say this, I am super behind on The Last of Us, the game itself, first of all. I have tried to work on it, and it's taken me a minute to actually finish the first one. I knew the second one came out. I kind of have an idea, and then a friend of mine's kind of spoiled it for me, and I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just roll with it. And I do have them for free and play on PlayStation, but I can't because my system is down. So, but anyways, besides that, but having the TV series and everything else, which I had no problem with it whatsoever, because at first I heard that it didn't do all that well the first season. I heard. That was like long time ago. That was a long time ago, before we even got into this. That was it. I don't know. That was way back when. I think I was like, huh? How's it bad? But anyways, I honestly think it's gonna do good for me personally, and we're into season 2, so if it's basically the same way they're doing how they did the game, because I've seen definitely certain scenes that caught my attention from the game and stuff and everything, so it's definitely gonna do good. I know it is. Glad that we're getting a second season going in 2025, so we don't have an actual release date, we just have 2025, which is good, so they can take their time, do what they need to do, get it all in order whatsoever, so it's good to have. Which now seeing it makes me go like, I need to play the game, because I feel like there's so much stuff that I don't know, because I only know very small bits and pieces from the first one and never finished the first one, and now I got a chance to play the second one and everything else, and again, friend spoiled it for me, so I'm kind of lost, but again, I am very excited that we are getting a second season, and judging from what I see and everything else, it looks really good, so I'm looking forward to it.
All right. So, I already know a lot of people are going to be like, why isn't Abby, you know what I'm saying, Cop Diesel like the game and stuff like that?
I already knew that.
It's because for the game there was a certain gameplay that they were trying to add into this game.
Yes.
So that's why she was Cock Diesel. You couldn't just have a skinny, feminine, like, lady doing crazy Hulk activity and be believable. So that's why they did that. Now, honestly, I don't know if the Abby they're just showed right now, she don't look like she Cock Diesel or anything like that, but I believe she might have some fighting skills or something like that, something crazy. So I just had to address that. No though. So for you, I wouldn't play the games, especially the first one. I would watch a YouTube movie clip together, where it's, you know, putting all the cutscenes together. I mean, if you want to play the game. But you know what I'm saying, like as far as like having to play it, I would just watch the actual, like, somebody put together the cutscenes and stuff together. You know what I'm saying, on YouTube, just to get, you know what I'm saying, a feel of the characters and stuff like that, and what's really going on. You know what I mean? I can honestly say the first one was kind of like, if you play God of War, it's literally a God of War with zombies and less powers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You got the kid with the arrow, you know, or, you know what I'm saying, that's a little backup with a little thing, and you know, man, you gotta but then the second one has a remaster coming out, I believe, if it's not out already.
I believe we should be getting it. I think it's sometime this week, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I think they announced it for the State of Play for PlayStation. Because of the last stuff they announced, but that was one of them on the list. That and something else I can't remember.
Definitely, you know, you can play that game without actually playing the first one, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, just at this rate, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you got time to actually play all this stuff. But for me, going through that again and playing it again, for me, it's replay value. It's not like a lot of these games that Sony has that's exclusives aren't really necessary, in my opinion, replay value to the point where like I have to replay it again, and like it's almost like a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I want to replay it again, I'm in the mood for it. It's one of those. But you know what I'm saying? Like I would just catch up on, because I would just catch up on the last season, going into this season, because it is slightly a different story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Than the game. Not too big, but it's slightly different than the game. So definitely, catch up on that first season. But this already looks like this is way different than part 2 of the game as well. It looks like it's gonna be something entirely different. I don't know, but here's the thing too. I want people to also know this. It is still the same person that made the game. So that's the lovely thing about it, because he's the director for this. He was director on the first season, he was director on the second season. So it's the guy that makes this. You know what I'm saying?
He's just basically telling the story that technically it should be told.
Just a different way.
I mean, that's why I said the way I said it. So
I'm just saying. I'm saying like basically there was an interview. Like he has like at the end of these, like if you had like Max or whatever, they give you like interviews with him, and he just kind of breaks down why he did this and why he's making it this and the third. He's like, when he made this series, he was like, he wants it to be, you know what I'm saying, a nod to the game, but also its own situation. You know what I'm saying? His own story, or a different, you know what I'm saying, like a different story. So you know what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it's not the same. So you know what I'm saying. It's like not really. Like that's why I was like, if you want to, at least for this story, catch up on that first season by itself. Like you don't necessarily need to play the games. Actually, you know what I'm saying. Really get into it. Now, people that play the games now, I ain't gonna lie, there is a lot of stuff it's still the game. Don't misquote me, guys. Like it's still the game. It's still the story of the game, but there's some things that are changed. A lot of things that are changed. You know what I'm saying? Just for TV purposes.
And that's why I said that I want to play the game not because do comparison of the show and the game. I just want to play it because I have never got a chance to finish the first one. I just want to play it for what it is. And then go into the second one because I just want to play it because I knew how good the game was and how people talked about it. So it's just like I want to play it to finish where I left off and continue and go from there versus the whole TV series. Yeah, I'm going to watch it, from the, when you explain everything, like the whole complete different aspect and everything else, which is perfectly fine. I totally understand it now completely. It's just I want to watch the show just as its own entity in its own way and understand it from that perspective versus I want to play the game because I want to finish it because I never got a chance to finish it and I have worked on it and since been switching from console to console from 3 to 4 and everything else. So it's like I want to kind of continue finishing it.
Yeah. Which granted, the second one definitely as far as like gameplay wise is a lot better. But
oh yeah, I heard.
But definitely that first one was a game changer. You know what I'm saying? It definitely set the tone for other games such as like the new God of War and stuff like that. So, but yeah. So definitely like definitely try to definitely. I mean, honestly, the way I look at like when it comes down to like games being made and stuff, like you have all the time in the world to catch it up and watch stuff and this and that third, and the way you're going like you haven't seen none of it, so you're still fresh to it, so you're still able to catch it and catch the meanings and kind of digest it a little better. Like people coming into this like people that just never played the games or whatever like that going into this, they definitely enjoy the first season. There's people that play the game that enjoy the first season too once they got it in their heads that the director's like, no, you know, like there's gonna be a lot of elements and a lot of characters and stuff like that from the game, but there's gonna be some other stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Because we're making, you know what I'm saying, a TV show. We're showing other people's stories. It's not just about Ellie and Joel. You know what I'm saying? So that's the cool thing once you start really like kind of just like if you go in like I do. I always go into a series with just, you know what I'm saying, like I don't know nothing about it. Like I literally pretend like nope, never seen it before, don't know what's going on.
Yep.
And then later on, like I do like analysis of it. And then I kind of like I start kind of putting together like, oh snap, in the game, this and the third, blah blah blah. Because sometimes, you know, it's crazy. There was characters that popped up on the show that I didn't know who they were until I remembered, like, oh, that was what's the name in the game. I had a, you know what I'm saying, put a freaking arrow through his head. Like, oh snap, you know what I'm saying. So it serves its purposes in many ways, you know what I'm saying, to play the game and whatever. But, you know what I'm saying, I always say, like, stuff like this, just watch it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely staying true to the feel of Last of Us. I think a lot of people, too, couldn't get past the fact that, what's his name? Past the guy that plays Mandalorian.
I can't think of his name.
Whatever it's past this, some whatever his name is. Anyway, he plays the Mandalorian. The fact that he's playing all these father figures, I think people couldn't get past the fact that, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, he keeps playing these father figures. On top of that, isn't he like Hispanic? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think
like in
so.
real life. So, like, to have him play Joel, which is a country white man, you know, in the game and stuff like that, was kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that. But, you know, seeing him actually play, just like, okay, he can play Joe. He can play Joe. But anyway, let's get to our last trailer of the day.
All right.
You're going back to Marvel Studios.
I click leave on porch. Your subordinates will be reported to DoorDash HQ.
Alexi, it's me. Open up.
Open up the door, Dad.
Milena? Elena!
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about the wait. It was on important call. Highly classified. Lot of work. Many irons in fire.
You feel fulfilled?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so full. So filled. But why do you ask this? What brings you here?
There is something wrong with me. An emptiness. I'm just drifting. And I don't have purpose. I thought throwing myself into work was the answer.
With your feet on the air, your head on the ground.
Oh, no.
Who are you?
I'm Bob.
Who sent you, Bob?
Nobody. You were all sent?
Everyone here has done bad things. Shadow ops. Robbing government labs. Contract kills.
Yeah, so?
So, someone wants us gone. What the hell?
We're brought up with this belief that there are good guys and there are bad guys.
What's the plan?
This could get messy.
But eventually, you come to realize that there are bad guys, and there are worse guys, and nothing else. Look at you. So adorable.
She's bulletproof.
It's bulletproof-ish!
Is that Bucky?
That's not good.
It was buck nasty. All right, so what you feel about that one?
Oh God, I never get tired of you saying that. Pause. But that feels like, oh, here we go. Oh man. First of all, it's good to see him back, and not as something we had talked about last time. I was like, ugh. I was like, oh brother. I was like, I didn't really expect that one to play a role. But anyways, I don't even know this. It feels like it's gonna be almost like not as crazy as Deadpool, but it feels like it's in that little element a bit, just a little bit. I feel like that Deadpool-ish little comedy feel, but I mean at the same time, like, all right, this is gonna be interesting. Might be funny, and yes, Bucky is here, so we can see more of Buck Nasty going at it. Pause. But yeah, I think we've been kind of waiting for this. We've been waiting for the Thunderbolts for the longest, so now we actually finally get a trailer to see what's going on. So I'm actually up for it. Let's do it. See how this goes.
It didn't have a release date, did it? Did you see one?
It's 2025. That's all we got. We didn't get no actual release date. I think I can. I'll let you find out something. Give me a second. Go ahead. You can say everything while I'm looking.
I got a feeling that it's either coming out either before or after the Captain America movie. I feel like after, though. That will make more sense. But anyway, yeah, seeing all those villains that were in, let me see, Quantum Mania, with the little phasing girl, little quantum girl going through. And shout out to their suits. Everybody got new suits. That joke was hard. I was like, oh snap. But
wow.
Taskmaster.
Yep,
she. Okay, it was a she. She's in there. I forgot what they call Black Widow's sister, but to me, she's a new Black Widow. Her. And the what Red Guard. That's what the Red Guard and Agent America. Seeing all those guys together and stuff like that, and it kind of has, like you said, well, I kind of disagree on that. I feel like it has a Suicide Squad kind of feel to it. You know what I mean? Just in my opinion. But
I can see it, but I mean, I just get that weird, like, just that whole comedy fest of it, like, just that little bit of, like, comedy to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like for me, that particular comedy, to me, it would lean more towards like Suicide Squad for me, in my opinion. Deadpool's a little. He's a lot. Not even little. He's a lot more. Just it's constant. Just over this. Just nonstop joking. Like, dude, when would you stop joking? Like, there's never a serious moment in a Deadpool movie for me. But for like seeing Homegirl be like kind of serious and stuff, it kind of gave me that Suicide Squad feel as far as like, you had Deadshot, that was like the serious one. Yeah. In that, you know what I'm saying, trying to, save his daughter or get back to his daughter or something like that, you know what I mean? So, and then in this case is Black Widow's sister feeling empty since her sister's dead, you know what I'm saying? Yep. So, we've been waiting on this, of course. I don't know how they're gonna incorporate Thaddeus Ross in there. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be. I mean, they're not gonna do it on this first season. Don't think or whatever this is. I don't know if it's a movie or a season, but I think it's a series. But Like they're not gonna. I know they're not gonna. No, you're not gonna put the Red Hulk in there. But eventually, he would need to be in that team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hell, it's named after him for real, for real.
Mm-hmm.
So to kind of get him not in it already, some people kind of feel a certain type of way. So, but yeah, everybody looks good. Everybody got new costumes. You know what I'm saying? That joint look hard, especially the little quantum girl. Like that joint, like her costume is gangster. That was hard. I like her little mask. It's like a video game that I can't think of the name of. But anyway,
I was gonna say Portal for some reason. I don't know why. That was the first thing in my head when I saw the suit. Well, like kind of the suits. I was
about to say like shoot. I was gonna say Anthem, but anything dealing with like
oh
dang it, nah, there's something recent. This gonna come to me after I get off of here.
The First Descendants.
But yeah, nah, not even that. It's the mask, the suit remind me of something else. I just can't. I'll figure it out. Like I said, I'll figure it out as soon as we get off here. But definitely, man, it definitely looks like Marvel is back in their bag. And I like the fact that Bucky's in there. You know what I mean? He got to be in there. You know what I mean? He's part of the Thunderbolts too. So yeah. So shout out to Marvel for doing the right thing.
Yep, and she found the release date. So please, I know it said 2025, but please take this as a grain of salt because I just looked it up. I got May 2nd of 2025.
Yeah, so that's about right. But anyway, so that would do it for us this week, guys. Leave your comments down in the comment section. Please hit the like button for us. That helps our algorithm out, and share. And if you're new to this, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and comment. And when you do that, you're entering yourself in our Road to 300 raffle. So if you're interested in winning a little something, winning a little prize, all thing you gotta do is just subscribe and comment. So Noto, what do you have upcoming for Nunami?
Alright, so Nunami, like I said, will be up and running hopefully, like I said, next week, if possible. I'm still waiting on some beats real quick just to get that going, so I gotta get a hold of Sandstorm just to get that going. And then I also need to get our hands on a paid subscription of what we're using right now, which is StreamYard, so I can get that going. And then once that's done, I should have everything up and running, ready to go. As like I said before, I should be back in streaming doing Princess Peach. I'm going to kind of see if I can try to do some gaming this week just to try out and see how it goes with my son involved, so how that plays. Anything that involves with me playing PlayStation, like I said earlier this thing, my PlayStation is down, so I gotta get that fixed. So that's one of the things I gotta work on, but I'm not in a big hurry yet, so I still got the Switch. I can still work around that for the moment, for the time being. But yeah, so the Nami should be up and running, hopefully, definitely next Friday, next week. So I haven't picked the time, so I'm thinking it's gonna be our usual time we do with the VitoVerse, maybe, or maybe I don't know. I'll have to talk with Vito with that. So and Sandstorm, get that going. But other than that, that's all I have on that end.
All right. And you know, when we do our stuff Thursdays and Fridays, Vito Variants and VitoVerse. Stay tuned for our new channels that we are currently working on, and possibly even having another platform we could be introducing our channels to. So stay tuned to all that. But anyway, we gotta go. I'll see you tomorrow, guys, probably on the Sandstorm show on the Stormcast at 7ish. I think we're still running with that time. But anyway, we'll see you next week, or I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see you guys next week with the VitoVerse. Peace.